My father used to have a nasty habit of running off and leaving mother for months on end. And then when I came on the scene, they gazed at me in my crib and they held hands and ran off together. Even then I had this feeling that I wasn't wanted. Little things like at my christening, my father threw a piranha fish in the font. I met the wife at a travel agency. She was looking for a holiday and I was the last resort. When I proposed, it was in the backyard of their garden. We held hands and watched the moon go down over her father's underpants. And when I stood at the altar on my wedding day, a new feeling came over me that I'd never experienced before. It was unique, sick. And yet on my honeymoon night, when I carried my bride over the threshold, I realised I had everything that a man needs in life. I had a wife, a home, and a double hernia. These disjointed ramblings do have a purpose. That is, of course, to expose the most fearful weapon in the arsenal of the faceless ones. Those who oppose us, who oppress mankind. It's a weapon which robs a man of his dreams, makes impotent his ambitions. It's called the family. Good evening. Tonight, we here in Dawson Control are going to help you concentrate your minds on the family. By the end of the evening, we hope you will realise just how they manipulate us, all by playing on our sense of family duty. Do you know that for 7 years, every Christmas Day, the wife's family have come to our house for their turkey dinner? Last year, we had a change. I let them in. I've got a photograph of the wife's family here. I told you not to look. I won't show it because there's enough misery in the world. It looks like Dracula's birth chart, this does. This is typical of my family. I've got the mother-in-law in the corner. She's got a face like a tin of condemned veal. She's glaring at the camera like a rampant warthog. You know, I must say one thing about her, though. She's got many things that men desire. Muscles and a dueling scar. You know, even to this day, she still calls me effeminate. Not that I mind, because compared to her, I am. And there's the father-in-law in the other corner. He's like a tooth with a nerve pulled. Do you know, he's so thin he once got trapped in a Carmen roller. He swallowed tomato juice once and we used him as a thermometer. And I've never known a man so nervous. He bites his fingernails, but I must say that the mother-in-law cured him. She hid his teeth. There's brother-in-law Rodney. Look at it, what a face. It's got all the charm and the personality of a Tunisian bedpan. Now, I'm not saying he's lazy, but the last job he had was a hod carrier on Tower of Babel. He never gets out of bed. I said to him once, I said, why don't you get outside and walk around for a bit? He said, no. He said, opportunity only knocks once, and I want to be in when it calls. There's the wife's three sisters. It's difficult to describe them, but they still get fan mail from Macbeth. Do you know, they've been on the shelf so long, they're beginning to ferment. There's the grandchildren with Uncle George. He's a little potty. He sleeps under the bed. Well, he's a Jerry. I give him a tinkle in China. Now, he's been going strange for a long time. He keeps telling people he's a hen. Now, I know he needs treatment, but we need the eggs. So there you have it, the most crushing weight you can carry, the family. And yet there's always somebody in the family who you have a special rapport with. It's the one person that you find you have this great relationship. With me, it was my great-aunt Margaret. She was in show business. She was the last of the Edwardian Gaiety girls in London. Men used to drink champagne from a slipper and throw roses after she danced. She was 57 when she retired with damp feet and green fly. Just before she passed away at the ripe old age of 95, she called me to her bedside and she gripped my arm and she croaked, "Nephew, if you ever fail to get a laugh as a comedian with the BBC, I'll turn over in my grave." And after that, she passed over, and the wan shafts of sunlight came through the heavy curtains. And that was 15 years ago. Last week, I was in Wolverhampton. I attended a séance, and the spiritualist said, "I've got a message for you from the other side." I said, "Who's it from?" She said, "I don't know. It's somebody called Spinning Maggie." Now, before we go any further, let's see what the average man in the street thinks about his relations.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry, officer, it's all a filthy lie. You see, I'm merely doing some freelance surveying for the council. Oh.
I'm asking the average man in the streets what he thinks about relations.
I say, you're not Joan Bakewell by any chance?
No, I'm afraid I'm not.
Oh, what a pity. I'm a great admirer of hers. I'm particularly impressed the way she can cajole the public at large into volunteering their services for all manners of worthy causes. Also the fact, hey, you look great with now, Tom.
Yes, well, I'm sorry I'm not Joan Bakewell, but I would like to know what you think about relations.
What?
You know, Mater.
With who?
The father figure, the titular head.
Oh. Did you say...
Sorry.
Oh, a bonus! Come here, let's go.
Sorry about that. The wife can't stand that character. She don't think so much of me either. We usually begin a family with a nervous walk down the aisle, a wedding. Now, it should be the happiest day of your life. A spiritually uplifting experience, second only to reversing over a traffic warden. I'll never forget my wedding day, but they do say that time is a great healer. Now, the wife wanted us to have a big wedding in a big church. Well, it had to be a big church to get her mother in. Then we had to jack up the steeple. It was one disaster after another. Her brother was the best man, a weightlifter, who's been disbarred for tampering with an opponent's dumbbells. He crushed the wedding ring to a pulp. I had to nip into the vestry and rip another one off the curtains. The wife was in white from head to foot. She looked like Beachy Head. I don't think that the vicar held out much hope for our marriage, because when he pronounced us man and wife, he looked at me very soulfully and said, "Sanctuary's an extra." But at least it was a wedding with some ceremonious affectations. They don't have weddings like that anymore. Where's all the pomp, the grandeur? Modern weddings have about as much sense of occasion as a Tupperware party thrown by Nicholas Parsons.
Do you, Jane Elizabeth, take this man...
Excuse me.
What?
I was wondering if I could change the word take, only it implies a rather aggressive emotional possessiveness.
Oh, I see. Well, what do you suggest? Do you, Jane Elizabeth, sort of ask this man to be...
Can we change man? It imposes a sexual hierarchy on our bond.
Do you, Jane Elizabeth, sort of ask this human being to be your lawful? No. To be your partner in an egalitarian emotional arrangement? To have and to hold?
Hold it. What does that bit mean, to have and to hold? Does it refer to,
Partly, yes.
Well, in that case,
To have and to hold, except when I don't feel like it. For better, for worse, for richer, for poorer.
just a moment. I think we'll skip those two, shall we?
Yes, yes, except when I don't feel like it. In sickness and in health.
Depending on the sickness.
Depending on the sickness. As long as ye both shall live.
Together.
As long as ye both shall live together.
I'll try.
Try?
We think that's more valid.
Oh, now look here. I mean, I'm as progressive as the next vicar. But I mean, why didn't you bring these alterations up at last night's rehearsal?
Since then, we've been giving it some serious thought.
And we think it's irresponsible to make rash promises.
Oh, really?
So in that case, let's cut from there to this.
I now pronounce you co-persons.
When the family tree bears fruit, the fruit has to be nurtured so that it can ripen to maturity, which is the cycle of life. As my father said to me many years ago, he said, "Son, go forth and multiply." Well, words to that effect. With parenthood comes the responsibility of education, and one of the most important facets of education is the relationship between parent and teacher, which manifests itself in the convivial dalliance known as the parents' evening. And this is a typical one. Here's a time to browse amongst your child's essays, wherein you'll find graphic descriptions of your private life, and the fact that he's told all his mates at school that you're 8 foot tall and you're a Grand Prix racing driver. The most important facet of this is it's a mature discussion between parent and teacher regarding the interests of your child.
Oh, yes, good, good. Now, is there any particular thing you'd like to ask me about young...
What we really wanted to know...
Is there any chance of us getting back in time for Crossroads? Only Meg's going to break the news to David tonight, you see.
I see, yes, yes. Well, I'll try and keep it short, but I do think it helps for parents to take an active interest in...
I agree with you, yeah, well, I'm right with you there.
Oh, good, good, good. Now, about your Tommy. Now, I do really feel that...
Excuse me. Which one's that?
Who?
Which one's Tommy? Is he the one with the curly hair and the fat legs?
Now, you're thinking of Troy.
No, I'm not. Troy's the chubby one in the back room.
That's my mother.
Tommy has freckles and bright ginger hair.
Oh, him.
Now, that's the biggest argument against big families since the Osmond brothers first came into this world grinning at us. You check that lad Tommy, he comes from a family that's so big his father pays capital gains tax on his family allowance. They serve soup through a fan. They don't have a babysitter, they have a shepherd.
I think perhaps he needs more active encouragement in the home environment.
Why?
What?
Well, I mean, what's the use? Everything he learns here is useless.
I think we really have to face the facts that your son's reading and writing are, well, shaky.
He's a late developer.
He's 16.
He's 12. Clint's 16.
That's Wayne.
We haven't got a Wayne.
Yes, we have. He's the spotty one who sleeps under the stairs.
That's my mother.
Look, whoever he is, young Hewitt knows very little about anything. He couldn't find the Himalayas the other day.
No, that's typical. Can't remember where he's put anything.
He didn't even know where Europe is when I asked him.
Well, what use is that? Europe? You get on a bus if you want to go there. Makes no difference knowing where it is. No, I don't see any point in keeping him here if that's the rubbish he learns.
Very well. What do you suggest happens now?
Couldn't he go on to university straight away?
But perhaps the most horrendous family ritual of all is that journey through Hades, known as the day out. Dawson's probing cameras followed this shabby brood on a typical outing.
Dad, it's nice.
The wives thrilled at finally getting the old man out on a Sunday, The kids are excited, and Gran's so chuffed she's hired some dressed teeth, especially for the occasion. As for Dad, he's only thinking of how much the whole thing is going to cost. They stop for sandwiches, shrimp paste garnished with salt. And they incur their first expenditure, £7 for a ruined picnic hamper, plus £2 laundry. Of course, there's one thing that all seaside resorts have in common. No parking space. Luckily, this fellow's wife lends a hand, causing £20 damages. But it's worth it all to feel the sand beneath your feet and the tar between your toes. Father assumes his time on a roll as pack mule, pumping seaside accessories which will only ever be used once, and which will set him back a meagre £14.60. Oh, the children at play. Oh dear, oh dear. Now, those sunglasses were very expensive. The latest kind. They even go dark in moonlight. They set him back £12. Now Mother Nature calls, and at 2p per person, that's fourpence. Then there's the basic essentials. Ah, yes, beach games. A chance for Dad to relive the glories of his lost youth. To wallow in playful nostalgia. And that costs a fiver to stop him pressing charges. Meanwhile, the kids are working steadily through the flavours, leaving Mum and Dad to settle back and relax, along with Granny. Well, hang on, where's Gran? Gran's gone missing. And there's the only clue to her. The only clue is her hat. Now, that's very irresponsible. The sand's polluted enough as it is. And now it's beach cricket. Suddenly, Dad is Colin Cowdery, an elegant stroke player, revelling in the familiar of leather on glass.
Bloody hell!
Of course he would be Irish. Gran's been given £3 to play bingo. And meanwhile, the family are going to be taken for a ride. That's it, Dad, typical. They've no sense of adventure, the kids today. Go on, drag them on. Oh, they'll love it. Great value. All those thrills for just £1 an hour, plus the cost of the lunch he's about to get rid of. Oh, on to those crazy moves.
Frida, how do I get out of this place?
Dad!
Frida!
Now he knows how much plate glass will cost. Ah, well, in for a penny. Oh, the blind fool. But now Dad's luck changes. His son recoups £1 on the one-armed bandit. Which Dad's about to lose on the no-armed bandit. £4 repairs. But the good news is Granny wins at bingo! £5, lovely! The bad news is she keeps it to herself. Still, at least there's a chance for young inquiring minds to increase their education.
It's a shame, Dad. It's fantastic.
Don't touch that!
The cost of recovering a lifeboat, £172. Of course, no day trip would be complete without the relaxed crawl home, when families went home with satisfied in the knowledge that everyone else has had a bloody rotten day as well.
You stupid idiot! Look at him cutting in like that. You
I
idiot!
ask you.
at last. And funny enough, Mum was right all the time. Yes, he had left the gas on. So there you have it, a fun-packed visit to the seaside. And all it cost Father was a very reasonable £23,443.41. Well, we've talked about fathers, but what about the other side of the family? What about the mothers? Now, we don't have to talk about them. They do it themselves.
Yeah. Anyway, I tell you what. I saw that you had all the family over yesterday. Must have been quite an occasion. I counted 3 tins of salmon, a cos lettuce, a dish of apricots, not to mention a full can of pineapple chunks. I saw them when I was hoovering our Raymond's bedroom.
My God, you don't miss much from behind those mail-order tools, do you? I mean, wait a minute, you can't see into our kitchen from your Raymond's bedroom.
Well, you can if you stand on top of the wardrobe. Now, come on, Chuck, tell me, what was it all about?
The family get together, they're all up to discuss our Gladys. She's getting married in just under 3 weeks.
Oh, my gum, she doesn't let grass grow under her feet, does she? She's only known that fella 7 months. I mean, even by today's standards, it's a bit quick, isn't it? Ada, look, whatever's to do? She's not. She hasn't fallen. She's not. Oh.
She's, We thought it was a false alarm at first, but it's positive. She's had the frog test. I don't mind telling you, sis.
No.
If Mother was alive now, this shock would kill her. I've only just got over that, you know.
Well, I know.
I'll never forget that. I was in the kitchen cooking the boiled ham for the funeral. Lovely corn. I got it from the co-op. Remember that little fella? Stiff fella with a funny leg.
That's right, yes. Didn't his son run a shoemaking shop in Dorking?
He did very well,
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, he did very well. You know, he had 3 cobblers under him, you know.
Takes all sorts to make a world. I was just basting the ham and I heard my mother call out in that little piping voice she had, which always belied her years.
Oh,
you know.
it did.
And I don't know what, I just was rooted to the spot. I just couldn't. I had these flushes. And the back of my head with that migraine.
Oh, you still get it now.
Oh, still get them. They can't do anything. The specialist says I'm a miracle, you know, to be doing what I'm doing, you know. And I don't know how I got into the bedroom, but she said, come quickly. She said, I'm slipping away. I thought she was falling off the bed. And she was there on the bed, and she'd thrown the Whitney blankets off. She was sat up, she was turning black. She said, we'll always be sweethearts. Oh. And she put her arm out just like a faggot.
Oh, it's heart-rending.
And I don't know where she got the strength from, but she gripped the sleeve. You remember that organdy flounce blouse I bought? Oh, with those coordinates from C&A?
That's right. Oh, but yours look nice in that.
I wore it at Whipsnade, you know. She said, I'm sorry to burden you like this, because I'm going to join your father in the wedding. She said, whatever you do, look after our Gladys. She's backwards. She's well in front now.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I was just so relieved when our marigold went down the aisle in white.
She looked beautiful, didn't she?
Mind you, we'd invited the deputy mayor, you know, well, with Leonard being a Freemason.
Oh. Do you know, I've never said this to you before, but I've always been slightly envious.
Have you, though?
You've always done so well for yourself. I know he's nothing to look at, but he did well in the audit department, didn't he, old Leonard?
Well, I must say, it's come on a bit.
I was a fool. I just married for lust.
As usual, the women must have the last word, but not on this show, men. Here in Dawson Control, the final bastion of male supremacy, it is my prerogative to bid you farewell and say...
Bye!
Why, you insolent doxies! They've won again, but I don't mind, because you see, it's traditional to have a party at the end of the series. Oh, I must take ugly pills. And that's where they've been picked. That's why they're here tonight, so... Good night, folks.